Okay.
Yeah, y'all keep talking about that, but we ain't bringing up that other shit though. We're gonna
No.
let that stay. Let that stay right there.
So did Shaka reschedule?
The shot? Nah. Something about some money.
Oh, he wanted to get paid. How much, yo? I can send him a cash app, yo.
I know, yo. Trying to.
Man,
Everybody said it already.
Shaka be
Okay,
going
cool.
in though. Like, I mean, I appreciate, you want
His
to get paid
passion.
for your education and stuff, but demanding and almost to the point that you're begging for $1 to be on Facebook and on YouTube, that's crazy. That's no. I ain't brought up that way. I'm sorry. No, I do what I do because I do it. If you
Right.
appreciate it, fine. But you didn't sign up for my college course. What? What? Demanding? He's not giving $7 scholarship. He's giving $100. He needs 10 people to give him $100 tonight because he got to feed his son. Are you crazy? That's no, no, no. Uh-uh. No, no. Mm-mm.
Yo, you funny as hell, yo.
No, I'm just real, hunk. Come on.
Yeah, I thought you gonna give him a compliment, chef.
That's crazy.
Yo, begging for $1 on Facebook.
That shit, wow.
Oh,
Look,
y'all
if
crazy.
it's 100, if it's 1 or 100, it's the same principle. You done prostituting yourself. We just now looking at price. That's all it is. Okay? The principle already set. Now it's just a matter of the pricing.
Oh man. All right, yo, we got. I see y'all. I see you in the building, Donnie Williams, Omar Reed, Alicia, what's up? Yolanda, Anusha. Now Valley Civilization. Yeah. That noise in the background. That must be Jeep Cedric.
Say that again.
Must be sound like you had 100 kids back there. Just jumping.
Ah, no, I think I'm on the back porch, and I think there's a party in the neighborhood. I hearing the soca music blasting, burning flames.
Oh man.
Yeah, Caribbean life.
Life, man.
Yeah, they getting loud now. I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till we get some people in the building before we talk about that. I don't know where they at. I don't know where they at. Hmm. Yeah, when last time we went live? When last time we went live?
Weeks ago.
Too long, huh? You should have hit the button, chef. Hey, get this book right here: Viruses, Pandemics, and Immunity. For everybody out there, so y'all can get your read on, man, and catch up to speed. Evolution of antibody binding. Yeah, it's a real simple book right here. Yeah, this is like, yeah, this is something you get before you graduate to the other stuff. Dive on this right here. Ain't nobody gonna be able to get back. And I don't like the fact that they left the Africans out of the joint though. They did. They left that out. Look at the time periods. August 1721, 5 printed symptoms of disease. They kind of left it out a little bit. Let me see. You see me sending the information? Yeah, they skipped, they used China. The observation of immediately inspired our ancestors to devise procedures to try to protect the healthy from smallpox. The Chinese began practicing a procedure to protect people from smallpox as early as 1500 AD. Yeah, put that in there. Yeah, they left our homeboys out. They left us out. They went to the Chinese. Yeah, but you know, we went to smallpox epidemic occurred regularly in American cities between 1636 and 1698. Boston had 6 epidemics. Boston epidemic in 1721 was so severe that many fled to other counties, thus spreading the epidemic. The epidemic in Boston and New York in the early 20th century, 1900, 1903, led to the establishment of the government quarantines facilities and mandatory vaccine programs. Yeah, we talked about that. But since they bringing up the epidemic in Boston, they supposed to bring up Onesimus because Onesimus is known in Boston as one of the 100 greatest men of Boston. So the fact that they did that on purpose, you could just Google that. Yeah, I'm already not liking the book. But, yeah,
other than that, what about the information?
Yeah, but you can't do that though. You can't talk about the pandemic and not talk in Boston. Yeah, it's like you almost did the shit on purpose. I'm gonna write the author and say, yo, why you ain't put that in there, Philip?
Yeah, that'll be that. If we can get them on, we can have that conversation. You can have that conversation with them.
Yeah, we need to get them on here. They gonna be. I'm going for them. Look, I got your book now. Come on there. Talk.
Yeah, how much? You know, find out how much they charge to do the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get them for an hour and a half, and you beat them up.
Yeah, the Massachusetts Institution of Technology. They in Boston and don't know that? Oh, really, dog?
Sometimes they feel like our shit don't be that important, you know?
How's that not important? It's the first case study, yo. I would say, bro, Cambridge, Massachusetts, all right. It is a good book, though, but it's just getting on my nerves with that. Viruses and the emergence of pandemics. That's a good chapter. Yeah, I'm gonna have this finished this week right here. This is it. I like this right here. Let me see where the chat at. Where y'all at, man? Nowhere. I don't know. Refresh the screen. My eyes are deceiving me. Okay, 28.
Yeah.
Yo, you can hear me? Chef.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, hold on. No, I ain't go. You. All right, where was we at, man? Oh, y'all should be able to hear me, y'all.
Yeah, you can hear me?
No, Chef, go. Y'all disappeared, man. Y'all terrible with that, man. Man, get this right, man. All right. Y'all can still hear me? Cedric.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yes, we can. We can still hear you.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to get my daggone microphone right. Let me get all that shit right, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
We get into what we want to talk about here for a minute, man. Dang. My
Yeah, we can hear you.
For a minute, man.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
Anyway, What's going on though, Cedric? What it do?
Yeah, we good. Just kind of disappointed. I was hoping to watch a heavyweight fight tonight, but we in the building. We in the building. Science is undefeated. We still winning.
Yeah, Science undefeated, man. Y'all know RZA counsel said he had some emergencies.
Yeah, well, I can understand that.
So I'm gonna respect that, and they supposed to reschedule Wednesday. So we'll know Wednesday what it is for real. So I'm not gonna speculate on anything. And
Nope.
you know,
Yeah,
you
we just gotta wait a little bit longer for a well overdue showdown. Because of course RZA Islam is coming with his information, and we're coming with ours, and so I'm looking forward to that debate. So we'll wait till Wednesday and see what's up.
Yeah, that's a conversation that gotta happen. Like
Agreed.
you can't run your mouth about a subject as hard as we both run our mouth and not meet up in the middle of the street for a conversation, for an intelligent dialogue and conversation. So it won't be all that name calling, it won't be all that.
No, that's not necessary. No, we ain't about that. We ain't about that, especially when it comes to the science. We ain't about that. I don't appreciate the last time you were on Doggy Diamonds, though. I was in the chat, and I'm sorry, but that chat was pseudo as hell. And when they started with the agents and that sort of stuff, when I realized I was going at a dude and I told him his mother, no, I knew I needed to get out of the chat. That was it. Yeah, I told him his mother.
Yeah, that's a go. Somebody called me an agent, I'm gonna say your mother because that's the truth. Because you gotta know that's not something you can say. That's not how we're supposed to treat each other, man. But no. RZA conversation ain't gonna be about. Ain't gonna be like that at all.
No, he's respectable. He's always respectable and above par. So I'm expecting him to come with his sources and valid information and ready to go to battle.
Yeah, I don't expect no sources, but I expect the conversation. I don't sit up there and act like you're gonna be able to, because you're not gonna be able to. Nobody gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to get around for hours.
Now, with regards to the sources, I was just being sarcastic because of course, we did a live at the Marcy Warriors when we exposed all the sources of the naysayers, which was zero sources, zero facts, zero peer-reviewed information. So I really want to see what RZA Islam is gonna come with. I mean, I love his swag. He's got that Brooklyn magic. Garfield always talks about the Brooklyn magic. He got that Brooklyn magic. I want to see how good the Brooklyn magic is.
I want to see how well the Brooklyn Magic stands up against science. That's why the conversation got to happen.
Yeah. It is necessary.
It is necessary. Like you can't run around and talk about don't take a vaccine for the last 6 years. And then when you get a chance to really have a good, intelligent, crispy conversation, like you got to take that. Like I'm up for that. Like anytime, anywhere, call me at 12 o'clock at night. Give me till 1 o'clock. I'm there.
Yeah. I get invited for a radio interview for 9 in the morning at 8 the night before. I say yes. I get up and I go to the interview. I'm ready. I'm always ready. We do this all day, anytime, anywhere.
That was a good interview. Let me tell you, that was a good interview.
Thank you. I did a couple more after that. So in my little community, I'm putting in the work. I'm making the rounds. I'm getting on the. I did the breakfast. What is the local equivalent of the Breakfast Club? I did that show Thursday. And that's the broadest audience that is reached on the island. So the message is getting out there. People are starting to listen, and the numbers are going up. So again, science is winning, and we just gotta keep doing our work. You know what feels good when you reach home and your phone lights up, and those messages start coming in. Man, thank you. You convinced me, man. That was so clear. Thank you. I'm going to take the shot. Or people messaging you, telling you that it's because of you they finally took that vaccine. Then you know you're putting in that work. You're putting in that work.
Yeah, that's real time right there, yo.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's-
appreciate
that's
it
a
so
real-
much.
No, that was fire, yo. You was killing them, yo.
Yeah. Hey,
The
man.
one I seen, killing them. You was killing
Yeah,
them.
but you see, I had my aunt. I was getting my aunt. Trust me, aunt. And I keep saying it. We don't give enough each other enough credit. From the time
Yeah.
I found you on Sarnetta, that was it. I was home. I was in the Amara squad. When that channel got shut down, I almost died because I was religiously watching and following. Cause yeah, that's it. That's it. From that moment, I became locally known as a real black atheist. That's straight up. I'm a real black atheist. Don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted. Spookism is spookism. Like
Yeah,
you say,
no matter.
I would be one of those guys back in Africa, back in those days, watching everybody going, you think I'd rather eat that chicken though?
That's funny.
Go right ahead, but I think I'd rather eat the chicken. That ritual stuff ain't doing nothing. Because we weren't all spooked out. This thing about Africans being spiritual, and no, we were scientific, we were down with reality, and we were the first to understand, look, man, that's all fun and games, but when it comes to down to it, science is the only way forward. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, we was basically everything that the African Americans is now, right? I
Yeah.
think we downplay and underplay and misconstrue, and we give them this halo, right? And that's it. I mean, the reality is, yo, it wasn't none of that. Real people, so everybody didn't believe this shit. You know what I mean? No,
Of course.
get a bunch of black people in the room, yo. Everybody not gonna be able to get everybody, man.
No, you wasn't. You wasn't. I mean, from a kid, I was. No, this something ain't right about this thing. Something ain't right about this God thing. This don't make no sense. I used to wonder, like, okay, but how does God have a chosen people? And those chosen people ain't me, but I still go to the church. Why? And this was when I'm 8 years old, Uncle. By the time I was 14, I was done. That's it. No more. I had enough. Now my mom's still religious, and it's fine. But we don't have that sort of we were raised Catholic, so it's less intense. But my mom and some of my family, they still believe, but it's perfectly fine that I'm an atheist, and they understand why. And they never go into a discussion with me because they don't want their religion touched. Aren't you there?
Okay.
Um, can't hear you, Unc.
You hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you now. Can hear you now. You're
Yeah.
back.
All right, go ahead. What was you?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I was about 8 years old, and I started to question, like, how come God got a chosen people if he's supposed to be all our daddies? That didn't make no sense to me. And the chosen people isn't me. Because as a kid, I knew I wasn't an Israelite. I just couldn't be. So I'm confused when I see grown men talking about the Hebrews. Geographically impossible. As a kid, I already knew, okay, God has a chosen people, and those chosen people aren't me. So why do I try to follow that God? As a kid, it didn't make no sense. And now to become a grown man and see there are people walking around in sheets calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. Huh? And they confused because I live in the Caribbean and the Jamaican and the Haitian look just like me. So how do we distinguish which tribe they're from? That makes no sense whatsoever, man. Craziness.
Yeah, black people ain't religion, you ain't gonna be able to separate them from it, So, I think the best thing we can give them is signs and hope that they know how and when to use the damn tool,
Yeah.
Well,
As long as they use the science when necessary.
Malcolm on here?
Yeah.
Malcolm was on here.
I'm in the building.
What's going on? How you doing, Malcolm? Good to see you, brother.
Now, y'all got it. How y'all doing, guys?
Peace, brother. Peace, brother Malcolm.
Shit, I wait on that great debate, man.
Man.
My chops, boy. Woo!
Oh.
Great conversation. Yeah. It's coming.
You cracking up on?
Yeah, I'm going through a bad area.
Okay.
You can't hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
That's a little better.
Yeah, that would have been it. That's gonna be a great conversation. I'm sure the brother. I hope everything all right had an emergency with his family. Hope everything good.
Yeah.
And looking forward to that conversation. We ain't gonna get you jumpy. We're gonna keep it gentlemanlike. Right? We know what it is. Signs against whatever you're gonna just make up and say. So it's just up to me to call out the conversation. That's all.
Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what level am I on with this? About to find out. Yeah, like where we at? So I think for me, just, based off all the work we've been putting in, based off all the shows, Times for Sean, I mean, the literacy level is high in this side of the community. But we built a whole community of scientific literacy, and we all right here. And I appreciate everybody that actually, tune in and just enjoy understanding the world through the lenses of science with your African mind. I think that's a beautiful thing, Get no better.
It is.
Yeah.
Malcolm,
get no better.
Malcolm, you were looking forward to this heavyweight bout like I was, huh? It's a UFC night and it was gonna be a fight. Oh man.
Look, I didn't abandon movie night with the lady and everything.
Oh man, I didn't order the fight.
Man.
I didn't order the fights tonight. My schedule is free. I'm in the living room by myself. My computer's open, ready to fact check shit. I was ready for this tonight. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Like what's nice? Like Chef said, man, this body we need right here.
Oh yeah.
We need them.
Oh. It was gonna be, but we're gonna wait till Wednesday. I mean, family issues come up. You can't foresee that. So we'll just be patient and wait till Wednesday. Cause Aunt's been in the lab cooking. Haven't seen him all week. Haven't heard from him all week. We were ready. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I mean, it's with the Islam and tapping into the West Coast and all that. In bringing science to another platform. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And I pray everything is going all right with the brother and his family.
Yeah, I really hope so. A man's family is number one, and you never wish anything bad on their family. So hope everything is okay so that we can get this show kicking Wednesday.
Now they supposed to schedule back. Supposed to know
on
about
Wednesday.
scheduling.
Okay. I get it.
So, yeah, you can't voice like we're in a pandemic. And Malcolm, so you know we're not supposed to relax up now. We at that goal line, yo. You can't relax in that goal line. You feel me?
Shit, facts. Yeah, we this.
I said it getting real lax around here in America. Have you noticed that?
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, man. I'm looking at pictures, parties, vacation. I mean, I'm looking like, all right.
Yeah. Here it's the same thing. The Easter weekend just passed, and there was a bunch of parties, and the numbers hasn't started to go up yet. And already the post, oh, so you guys were exaggerating. You were panicking. Oh, and I'm thinking, people, you're waiting for something bad to happen, and if the bad doesn't happen, it's as if you're playing with fire. The smaller island next door, Anguilla, got 2 people, and within a couple of hours, they got 30 cases. The island is shut down again. But these are populations of about 12,000 people. These are high-end, luxurious tourist islands with a small internal population. Hospital has 20 beds, yo, and people are playing with their lives. And it's the UK variant.
Yeah, that's that one. That's that one that can affect the younger people, right?
There you go. My mom's today,
Okay.
what she was telling me, she didn't know that this COVID affects younger kids, because on the other island, Anguilla, it's taken put some kids in the hospital. And I told everybody, the UK variant is not only airborne, it's targeting younger people because of the pressures that we put on it. We forced it to mutate this way. We're wearing our mask, we're social distancing. So the environmental pressures that we're putting on the virus causing the mutations to become stronger is going to affect younger and younger people. And it's now airborne also. So it's evolving the way we thought it would.
Yeah. As soon as I get back to the crib, man, I'm gonna hit the books, man, and I'm in chapter 10 in book 1 of biology, right? Introduction to biology. And so that chapter, it talks about evolution, and so I'm very familiar with that.
Yes.
So for me, and what I'm saying is, like, people don't realize that your body is like a whole different, is an ecosystem, like.
Yep.
And so it's the arms race. So the host evolved genetics. You know what I'm saying? Pass on genetics is best fit to handle particular pathogens, and the response to that is the virus is evolving. So every time that pathogen transfer from one cell to the next, you know what I'm saying, one host to the next, then that variant starts to evolve. It might not be enough to make a whole variant, but over time it'll do that.
And yes, we have 4 distinct variants, and now the latest problem in the UK, which is racking up 20,000 new cases a day, is that there's a double mutation on the spike protein. So now the whole question is, does the vaccines that we now have are they still effective against that new Indian variant? So the race, we're not at a finish line. And the more we deal with vaccine hesitancy, the more and more and the longer and longer this virus is going to continue to mutate. That's a reality. So we gotta stay on top of this game, keep our message out there, make people, support the effort to get vaccinated, so that we can reach to a point that we can actually stop this virus in its tracks. And we can do it with the technology that we have today. That's the hard part.
Yeah, so I mean,
The reluctance.
for me, you can't even have a conversation with me about viruses if you don't understand evolution. You can't even have a conversation about vaccines if you don't understand evolution. It don't. It makes no sense. You said they had a double mutation, yo. You know what I'm saying? You can't even begin to really understand. My point is, no anti-vax person or group of people should be talking about things, the matters of biology, if you don't understand the basic form of biology. It just makes no sense, man. You feel me?
Totally agree.
You're right. And you see the ignorance in the arguments. The ignorance in the arguments, man. And then you get, well, how come you can't answer that question? It's not a question. It's your hypothesis has no basis in reality. There's nothing there for me to answer or respond to. You have no understanding of basic biology. What else can I say?
You know, you know, like you don't know anything.
Somebody check the chat, man.
You see,
We gotta go on there. Somebody we gotta shoot up or put them on here. So, oh, I see somebody. Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah, they lucky. But get you. Let them go. I'm gonna let the rise of health consciousness. The around frauds. Yeah, I ain't never mad at you for saying that. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I don't mind being on the right side of this shit, no time. Feel me?
oh boy.
Yeah, I don't mind being on. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm cool with that. I can take that. I can take the conversation. Yeah, let me put the thing. Let me see if I can look in the chat, see what's going on. See, we get any questions in the chat? Let's see.
As the weeks go by, week and week.
So what?
I can't see the chat.
I can see the chat. Hey man, put that link in the chat. It definitely put it in the chat. Oh shit.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go look in the chat. Let me go see what it's saying in the chat. Mute this. Everybody muted. Who you about to block, Zane? Richard. Richard. Hit the link, Richard. Let's chat.
Yeah, they don't tell them at that chat, yo. Hit that link.
And there are two different discussions that is going on. If we are talking about biology of the virus and its mutation and the technology of the vaccine to fight the virus. That's not two separate discussions, Richard. It's one leading to the other. We have the virus and how it behaves, and we have on the other side of that our ability to combat and fight the virus. I mean, it's not two different discussions. I don't think. Malcolm, unmute your mic.
Yo, I'm in the building.
So Richard was saying, aren't we having two different discussions? No, we're not. The biology and the mechanisms of the virus, we need to know that how that works in order to be able to use technology to fight the virus. So it's our understanding of evolution and biology and putting these things together is what allows us to develop the technology required to fight and combat viruses and other diseases and pathogens.
Right. I see. He said, aren't there two different discussions that are going on? We're talking about the biology of the virus and its mutation and the technology. Well, I mean, you have biotechnology.
There you go.
You know, not saying not saying that these particular vaccines are that, but you know, you can definitely there's definitely a discipline called biotechnology. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
In a sense, vaccines are a biotechnology. You know what I mean?
Yes, I would consider this a biotechnology. My specific training is biochemical technologist. So my schooling about 25, 30 years ago, we were the first generation of actually started extracting DNA from thymus and different sources and developing the techniques that now today are PCR and all these fast time computerized systems. We started the initial phase of actually extracting DNA from tissue. So it's technology and it advances over time. Now we're at the point that we can just put 4 bottles next to a computer and synthesize almost any piece of mRNA that we want. That's beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Explain what biochemistry is. Explain what biochemistry is, though.
Well, biochemistry is all the chemical process that take place in the body. So everything that we're looking at is basically a chemical reaction between different elements in the body. But because it's in the body, it's considered in the biological atmosphere. So it's biochemistry, the chemical reactions that take place in the body.
Okay.
So life is chemistry. Am I correct?
Life is chemistry. It starts with chemical reactions. Everything. That's why when people say, for example, DNA contains is a code, and it's not really like a computer code. It indicates or causes chemical reactions, and those chemical reactions are going to take place based on the composition of the compounds involved. There's nothing intellectual about that process. So it's all reaction, chemical reaction. Enzymes play a role in facilitating a reaction, but actually doesn't take part in it. So it either speeds up a process or slows it down, or makes a specific protein fold a certain way. But it's all reaction, chemical reactions.
Yep, it's catalyst, enzymes,
Yeah.
metabolic,
There
cations, all that stuff, man. Everything works together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. ATP, how that plays a role in synthesis. ATP, it's a chemical. So these are all chemicals and chemical reactions that take place in the body. So when someone says they don't want to put chemicals in their body, I tell them, well, dihydrogen monoxide is a chemical, but you can't live without it. It's water.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. And so when people aren't really understanding the different platforms these vaccines are made on, they don't understand that. So we hear people talk about they're gonna put nano. When they hear the word nano, they think it's something actually electronic.
Yeah.
And this is a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Even
Nano.
the chips.
Yeah.
It's rookie.
Nano is smaller than micro. It's just the measurements. If you look at how measurements go, it's a nanometer. All right. And now you take nano, it gives you a specific dimension. That means it's to the 9th. Micro is to the 6th, and nano is to the 9th. It just gives a degree of size. And what with nano and particle means a piece, and what they're using is small pieces of fat. So they encapsulate the mRNA. This technology has been developed over the last 30 years. So we got to the adenovector viruses, the second generation. Why? Because the mRNA, once they put it into the body, it would never make it into the cell. It would deteriorate way too fast. So they was having a problem getting the mRNA into the cell to actually start to express. On the other side, they were using lipid nanoparticles as a delivery system in cancer treatments. So they just put the two technologies together, and we have 3rd generation vaccines, because the lipid allows for the mRNA to enter the cell, and the mRNA being encapsulated in the lipid, it's protected from the outer environment until it actually can get into the cell. Now, it's technology. It's just putting different disciplines together and coming up with a technology that is state of the art. I mean, and I can call it technology because we don't actually use any of the virus. It's clean. We synthesize the protein, the spike protein, based on our ability to synthesize the genome of the virus. So we don't have to go into to chicken eggs. We don't have to create unclean antibodies. All of that we surpass all of that with this technology. It is clean, it is safe, and it is effective, and you can see that in the results.
Facts. Oh shit, man! Come on, man. Dang. What motherfuckers be trying to crash?
Yes, the biochemical.
So hold on real quick. So where you at? Let's get back on those mRNA, right? Most people don't know that's like one of the most important building blocks of life, and what it actually controls.
Yes.
It controls all your bodily functions.
All your bodily functions.
How you breathe. All that.
Everything. Yeah. mRNA is.
Stop. Let me finish. Come on. Let me say this.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we was talking about. You made a point in how they couldn't get it because it was get dissolved too fast. Because the immune system was actually attacking it, and they couldn't figure out a way how to slide it past the immune system, right? So what they did was they actually went to the side and changed, and I forget the name of the chemical, man, because it's 4 letters, it's 4 codes, and they changed one. I think it's the thylacine or the. They changed. I'm trying to think of the name of the daggone thing. What word am I looking for? I can find it right here. Man, hold on. Drive away. I'm gonna show y'all watch what I mean. They had to change that. And once they hold on. Wait a minute. Watch this. I think this is essential in understanding this conversation. Let me. Dang. You know I'm stuck when I don't got my notes. Man, because they had to change one of them letters, man, to the pseudo. Hold on. Yeah,
There's a letter change.
Yeah, they changed the letter to the pseudo joint. The chemical, I can't think of it, man. God damn. Damn it.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I ain't got it in front of me, so I don't want to say anything. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm positive. And when they changed that, it allowed for the shit to go through it and actually be more robust, meaning it actually caused a better immune response when they did it. But before they did it, it was causing inflammation, which could be dangerous and potentially harmful.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they couldn't do it, and it took a while to get it. And then once they figured that out and got that and changed that one little code, then that's what we had. And so the argument, if it's not safe, yeah, it took a while. It wasn't safe at first. You're right. But science corrected it.
There's a difference between DNA and RNA with regards to one letter. I know it, but I don't know it out of my head, and I don't want to say it. Changing that letter transforms a piece of material from DNA into RNA. RNA slips by. You're right. When they put in the RNA, mRNA into the body without it being encapsulated, it causes a immune reaction, which would cause inflammation in the body because it was outside of the cell and it would cause inflammation. That is the first sign of defense. That's your macrophage attack, and that causes a whole bunch of cytokine release, and that causes inflammation. So now when you change that sequence from the DNA to RNA by changing that one letter, I think it's A.
Uracil and thiamine.
It's A to, yeah, there you go. Malcolm, you saved the day. There you go.
They use they call it pseudothiamine. That's it.
Thiamine.
There you go.
Yeah.
They changed it to the pseudo joint. Pseudothiamine, that's it. I believe that's it. I'm gonna fact check that though. I want to get that right, because that's the key, and that's what all them dudes gonna lose at. Trying to talk about the dangerous. Yeah. Before that, you're right. They couldn't do it. You're right. But they take away. They take away from the. I forget the lady's name. I know she went to the University of Pennsylvania, and she fought for this. Man, she understood that the RNA could be used as medicine, and she knew it. And she couldn't get no grants, no nothing. Right? Damn near lost her position and all that, struggling. All right, and she finally made that breakthrough. She knew you could use it because it's based off what the mRNA was. Right? Messenger RNA, building block. And once she broke through, right, then one of her partners, they went to the professor at the same university, figured out how to change that one chemical right there. Once they did that, yeah, we rolling. I'm gonna have it. I'm supposed to know that. And that I'm supposed to know. But I had it in my notes so I could just bang it up real fast. Hold on. But I'm riding this damn car. But that's it. That's the key. That's the chemistry. That's the key. That's the difference between. That's why they can't defeat science, because they don't understand that. So why was it harmful? So literally what we just did was, let's be honest, we explained why the messenger RNA that they was trying to use was harmful, because it caused inflammation, because they couldn't get it past the daggone immune system.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it past. Yep. Damn, man.
And what happens in the DNA of the nucleus, once the certain proteins need to be transcribed, it is made into a messenger RNA. So the exact piece of protein that needs to be made in the cell is transcribed out of the DNA. But it's not only a single strand, it's the actual changing of that one molecule, that one building block. Tell me again, Rob.
I'm going. Hold on, I'm gonna get it for sure. Watch this. I'm gonna get it, because I'm supposed to know that. That's the damn shame. There you go.
So
Hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. You're a thing. You're. Hold on, man. Damn it. God damn it. Hold on.
You know
There you
what?
go. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Shit. All right. It is called. There you go. I got it. Uridine.
There you go.
Uridine. What it did was, and so you got 4 codes. You got man. You just named it. We have Malcolm. It's 4 of them, and all they had to change it to the pseudouridine. And once they changed that, that's what That's what allowed it to bypass the damn immune system. And I get that. That's crazy, and it caused an even better, robust reaction. That was the key right there. That is the key. That's the thing that changed.
Yeah.
That was the game
So,
changer right there.
yes,
Is that
yes.
cool?
Look here. Adenine, guanine, cytine, and
Yep,
uracil base.
tyrosine,
There you go. That's the four.
tyrosine, glutamine, adenine, and uridine. Yep, that's it. And they changed that uridine
There you go.
to the pseudouridine. I guess it was like some kind of
Yeah. Thymine is in the DNA, and in the RNA, it's uracil. So that transfer there needs to take place, and that takes place in the cell to create the mRNA. And now the mRNA in the cell is where all the proteins are made. So once we're in the realm of creating and producing mRNA, we can get the body to produce whatever protein we want. However, once the protein is foreign to the body's natural DNA, all it's gonna do is trigger an immune response. So the idea that we can actually change our DNA with this technology is bogus.
Yeah, that's great.
Crazy.
People
If you understand how it works, you can that's crazy.
People see RNA and think automatically, oh, it's DNA, technology, nano, and they thought it was some too much TV, man, too much Emmy of the state or something going on around here.
Yeah. These forensic shows where they swabbing the DNA and they
So they modified the nucleoside. That's what they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
They modified the nucleoside, and those four things we just mentioned. They modified that shit. And let me give you the person name to modify. Hold on. It is Winston. Hold on.
Canadian dude.
Yeah. Hold on. So Catherine Caracat, that's the one that had the first work on mRNA.
Miss
Okay.
Yeah.
Katie, absolutely. All right, hold on. And let me get Winston. I believe his name is Winston. Let me get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Wiseman. Immunologist, Drew Wiseman. That's the one who actually put it out. So they modify the nucleoside. The RNA has 4 letters, right?
Yes.
What's code for protein, am I correct? Nucleoside base. Okay, modified those bases. And it reduced the inflammation. That was the key right there.
Mm-hmm.
The uridine, yep. So they use the pseudouridine. There you go. All right, we got it. Yeah, that's the shit to say, yo, you ain't gonna be able to defeat the conversation if you don't understand that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, you'll never be able to you ain't gonna be able to defeat the conversation. Yeah, you can't.
You see how they change it? They go from AT, it goes from AT to AU.
Yeah.
They call it the pseudouridine. That's what they call it.
Yep.
Yep, they changed. That's the difference between having something that works and having something that kill you. How about that, bro? See? And so that's why we know these dudes ain't really ready for the conversation, because they can't get around that. Like they don't understand why it's safe. That right there is what made it safe. Right there. Like, but if you don't understand chemistry, and if you don't understand mRNA, and you're just talking from the outside. So what I found was that all these anti-vaxxers are really talking from the outside. They're not talking from within the field of biology. Okay? They're not talking about biology.
Nope.
Man.
No, they talking from the position of ignorance. And it sounds, I call it sound good ignorance. Sound good ignorance. Because it sounds good to the next to the untrained ear. Okay? They do. And then it's funny. You know what I'm saying? You're like, come on, man. Yep. But my whole thing is like, why do that to our people though? Like we don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't deserve that type of behavior, man. We deserve the best that we can get. And you know, I don't have a problem with your Islam. That's not the problem. Not at all. Or your Christianity or your Judaism. That's not it. We're not bugging on that. That don't give me a rise, right? Because we talking about our life and we talking about vaccines and we talking about making life-threatening decisions to a community that we supposed to love, and that's the part I just can't get around that, yo. That's why I lost all my friends, because I can't get around that, right? I feel like we're supposed to be giving them the best information possible, right? And in times of horror and death and destruction, which is exactly happening, based off the fact that the African American lifespan, you know what I'm saying, had dropped by 3 years. Like, what are you saying? What do you really have for us? What is it that you have, right, that can protect our community? You know what I'm saying? At our time of need. Right now, we need scientific literacy. We don't need God. We don't need prayer. We need those who understand scientific literacy and is willing to promote the right thing. That's what we need right now.
That's the only thing we can use right now. I tell everybody, I believe I can fly. However, I'm never going to take you to a roof and try to prove it with you. So my belief is my belief. Only what I can demonstrate is what I'm going to bring to the table. But it seems I've been trying to figure out why, with regards to the vaccine debate or the science debate, with all the information out there, is there such a necessity for people who do not know and do not understand to be this focal? I don't get it. You would never hear me talk about the writing on the walls of Kemet. I'm a student. I know nothing about that subject. So where that's concerned, I just listen to what Ujao says. I just listen to what Asar Imhotep says. I'm a student. I know that's not my area of expertise. How I'm gonna say it's not deciphered, or it's pseudo, or it's nonsense, they're lying. Based on what? What is my evidence? Where's my source? How do I quantify what I'm saying that? This is what drives me crazy.
Yeah,
How?
So, arrogance. And sometimes we're arrogant. And so we're in the middle of a pandemic and we're trying to get out on the other side. And so whenever there's a lot of doubt surrounding human beings, they just make up shit. And there are those in our community to take advantage of our ignorance. What's our ignorance? On subjects of evolution, subjects of variology, immunology. We're ignorant to it. And so they can literally say anything they want to say.
Facts. I mean, the whole conversation about 5G in the beginning was so ridiculous. I couldn't take it seriously until I realized that people were actually thinking that's a thing. I was like, what? What? No. And then our brother Polite and the whole, come on, guys, you serious? You serious? How can you even make that association? Based on what science?
There's none of these things are based off science. We're the only ones that have scientific conversations. People just have conversations using the word science. That's the difference.
Facts. That's true.
Yeah, we're the only one that have the conversations, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody else does. They have conversations based off of what they can make sound good. Yeah, they looking for the outside in.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, I love a good conspiracy theory just like everybody else. I would watch Alex Jones for hours, but this is no time to be playing with our people's lives. That's just irresponsible. I mean, I'm medically trained. I'm worked in labs and dealt with people's lives, so I understand a certain code and ethic. But you cannot be putting people's lives at risk when you fundamentally don't have a clue what you're talking about. Like, it's irresponsible. And it's about people's lives. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We got a vaccine. we can get ahead of this thing. People are dying. People we know have died. Black people are dying, and don't take the vaccine. Okay, and what's the alternative? Interferon?
None. There's no alternative.
There is none.
No. Man, people talk about that 2%, only 2%.
Man,
Tired of hearing that.
you know, and then
I've been beating people on proof. I don't be thinking people can actually count.
2% of 7 billion? That's a whole lot of dead people. Number one. Number two, who am I to determine that 2%? Like, that's someone's mother, brother, father, sister. That's a life we could have saved.
Right.
How are you gonna quantify someone's life as if it has no value? I don't. These are arguments that don't. Like, you're playing statistician with lives, or it's only 2%. How do you justify that? Tell the lady that lost her husband and her son that it's 2%.
Wait, it's confusing. And 1 minute you're saying it's only 2%, and then the next minute you worried about six white ladies out of 7 million.
Oh, man, with rare clotting disease. They have this. It's established. They have a rare clotting disease, and now they're the most 6 important white people in your life.
But it's confusing. At one half you say it's only 2%.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get something that's less than 2%, 0.00008, then you cry. Oh! Stupid. That's just 0.7, but you write about 2%. Ah, man, all this is ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never looked at it like that. That's real.
Yeah, yo, we can count and do numbers, yo, we count. Numbers, count.
Hundreds of million per 6.
Yeah, one, yep. I had damn near 3/4 of a person. Because it was 7, you know what I'm saying? Out of 7 people, yo, 6 people. 6 people, come on, yo, that's the whole person, yo, you tripping.
That's confusing. That is confusing. Yeah, that is kind of confusing. Like, really? Like, okay, 6 versus 60 million. Let's do the math.
It's crazy, man. It's
Man.
1 in 1 million person, yo. 3/4 of a person in 1 million. And you tripping. We just lost 500,000 people. More black people than everybody in America, yo. What are you talking about? We'll take them numbers any day. If you was to say, yo, 6 people gonna die out of 7 million people, right? As opposed to 2%, you be like, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, any day.
Like you supposed to take that.
Mm-hmm.
Any day.
Any day. Like, what's the joke here? I'm trying to figure out what is the end game. Like, what's the end game, man? That what I ain't be able to figure it out yet.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
That's what's confusing me. What's the objective? Why?
What is the objective, yo?
What are you gonna gain by preaching misinformation? What's your objective? What do you want to accomplish? I don't get it.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's something real crazy, yo. Yeah, it's actually crazy. I don't know. It's just, no, bro. I'm trying to figure that out for a minute now.
Honestly, that's what have me busy the last couple of days. What's the objective? When I read some of the posts or some of the things that people say, I go, okay, what are you trying to accomplish? Okay, let's say you convince everybody not to get vaxxed. and people start dropping like flies, what's your objective? Is that gonna make you feel better? You denying science that is established for over 200 years? We have vaccines. Each one of us have been vaccinated. Like, like we all have been vaccinated. Like we all have been. That's not even a discussion. So why are you now, in your ignorance, so opposed to life-saving technology? I don't get it. It's yeah, that's got me going crazy. I just don't get it.
Then the scary part about it is this information gonna be passed down to the children. You know, our children gonna be walking into these science classes, spewing out this nonsense, and you know, gonna get laughed about the class. And I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand, how can our children go to school and be leading scientists when they don't even agree with, you know, information that's well known globally? Like, how are we arguing about whether or not viruses actually exist? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
You
like,
know, it makes us look ignorant as a race. And I'm sorry. I man, like we exist in this little bubble, right? We're on the Pseudokillas, and if we see people in chat, there's one or two comments, and we easily work them over. And then we go over to Doggy Diamonds, and I'm thinking, okay, Ank's on this big platform, Sean's on this big platform, where we're gonna get that message out. And you go in the chat and you go, wow, is this what we're up against? Like, really?
Yeah, man.
All these black people in here ignorant like that? Like, yo, like for real? I'm 47. I know most of those kids are younger than me in that chat. And that's what they're coming with? Man, whoa.
All right,
Whoa.
Yeah, you get when you read that chat, you get a sense of futility. It's like, man, it's it don't matter, no matter what we say, no matter what we do. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna work, but it worked, and we do get the message out. They did a poll. I was talking to Unc earlier. They did a poll, and black people wrote, when they asked black people would they get the vaccine. They all, majority of black people at one point in time was all saying no, they wasn't, or they were showing a lot of apprehension. And but the fact is, when it's available to black people, they're actually going to get it at a high rate. So, like, I guess, black people say one thing, but they do another. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
hoping, that trend continues on. Even though they putting out this information, and somebody said, "What's the end game?" The end game is views and paychecks. It's not entertaining to watch us read actual scientific information. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's more entertaining to for somebody to tell you that your melanin is gonna make you fly through the sky and it's
Superpowers.
fly so high that the coronavirus can't reach you. You know what I mean? But
That melanin, baby. That melanin power, yeah.
yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Alfred.
question in the chat real quick, yo.
See y'all in the chat cutting up. We see you.
Hold on, we see Richard Wright. He said,
Oh, he always tripping.
from
Richard always
evolutionary
true.
perspective, read this. From evolutionary perspective of Homo sapiens, isn't mRNA engineered along with lipid outside the natural host different than the mutation of a virus occurring inside the human host? What?
What? What?
Man, mRNA is mRNA. Like, y'all gotta stop, yo. Like, gotta stop, man.
I see. I think y'all asking for the link.
Who actually?
From an evolutionary perspective, the Homo sapien isn't.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, let me see if I'm understanding this. The stuff that we engineer outside of the body is different than what the body itself would produce. I think that's what Richard means. Richard, once we know the building blocks and they are just amino acids, it's chemical compounds that we can synthesize and produce. So when we reproduce the mRNA, it is an exact replica of the real thing. Only thing is, we are now able to engineer it. We can produce this mRNA ourselves. But it is all based off of the chemical compounds found in the natural body. So I understand the synthetic aspect of your question, but it's not relevant in this case.
I'm gonna put this shit in the chat room. Let me put this in the chat. We got some chatty patties.
Chatty Patty, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got chatty patties in there.
So my prediction must have been correct, huh?
Yeah, I thought we all had that prediction though.
Yeah, no.
We're gonna wait it out. We're gonna wait it out though.
No, it's not a prediction. Family matters can take place. That could have happened to any one of us.
Cedric, come on. Don't nobody know that. Funny guy, Cedric. You're a funny guy, Cedric. Can y'all see it in the chat?
Not yet. Not yet.
In the YouTube chat? Nah.
No, not yet.
You see me saying yo, right? Y'all can at least see that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
But y'all ain't see the other thing. Damn. Shit.
You ain't you're not a master.
Wujao is looking for the link.
You don't got a wrench.
I got a link.
No, a wrench. You don't have a wrench.
Oh.
Everywhere don't have a wrench.
All right. Let me see here. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, we got people talking. I don't see no colleagues mention. Oh, man.
What?
Yeah, they be cracking jokes. Y'all don't even be mad at people cracking jokes, to be honest with you. As long as you don't call me the police. You do that, yo, problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your mama.
There you go. I see you now.
Yeah.
It's a problem, yo. Because I don't do that.
Yeah,
It
now
ain't personal business.
Okay, now you popped up in the chat. It's just a delay on. We see the yo.
Y'all got, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it popped up. So the link can properly come up in a second.
The link right there. Link is in the chat. So that goes for the Smart Mouth guy, education and learning. Let me read what you said. Education and learning say, if you have all the answers and you know everything about science, why don't any of the professors at any colleges reference your work? Because I'm not an expert and I'm not a professional and I don't have no original
We're
work.
science.
So
we're science communicator.
I wouldn't, right. I'm a science advocate there, Mr. Education and Learning. And no, I don't have all the answers. That's ridiculous, but I do have the answers based off of these works. Okay, Mr. Smartass. Based off these works, based off of another 10 books I got. Yeah, I'm saying these is college level material reading right here, bro. So the answers are in these documents right here, based off of having subscriptions to the Journal of Nature, the Journal of Science, the Lancet, New England Journal of Medicine, JAMA, PLOS. You know what I'm saying? I can go find some answers, not all of them, right? Because I'm not a scientist. You know, you got to talk to Cedric about that. So I've never proclaimed to be anything more than just an advocate of science and scientific literacy. I never said I was any of that. So, you know, you're just being a little smart mouth, but I bet you're gonna hit that link though. Hit that
We're science communicator.
Hit that link. Hold on, Cedric. Hit that link and let's talk about it, yo. So I'm not ashamed of the role and position I play. Before I dove in the community, nobody was talking about science. Nobody was even mentioning science. Nobody cared about science. They was all flying through the air with the greatest of ease, Mr. Education and Learning. Okay, so you get up here, right, with whatever you got, and let's talk about it. Okay, right, man. Worry about nobody. You crazy? I'm not. I don't profess to be any of those things or any of those people. So I don't know what you talking about. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what you talking about. It's crazy as I don't know what. So that's a backhanded shot.
Yeah.
Right, like I'm an expert and a professor would use my word. Like shit, that's just crazy. Yeah, like you just throwing a shot.
And why would the people who are doing the actual research, advancing the information, the professors and the scientists, use work from other people? And we're just communicating the science. No one here says, look at my work. We refer to Medscape, to the Journal of Science. I'll just hold up a set of books worth a couple $100 where you ain't investing in. So don't be taking these cheap shots for no reason, because we bring in the information to our people, and that's just our job, because scientists do the sciencing and the communicators do the communicating. That's just a role we decided to take up. You can't go there. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, like we do, like we all the time.
Link, Rise in Consciousness. Hit that link. You've been talking crazy. Hit that link.
Hey, Rise of Consciousness. We know about the menstrual bleeding, but we don't know if there's a direct link with that in the vaccine. Those were still anecdotal reports from people
the miscarriages. Man, listen, man. They listen. They just look. Pregnant women can take the vaccine, man. You know how many people had miscarriages, yo? Anybody that ever lived with a woman long enough and got her pregnant a few times, she's gonna go through some miscarriages, bro. That's not unusual to have miscarriages. Like you bugging. Like no dad, no married man, or used to be married or was married, or had a long-term girlfriend, right? That had some children by a woman. You know what I'm saying? We all understand miscarriages. Simple as that. Okay, so we know. So you'll have 3 kids, and the woman might have 1 or 2 miscarriages. Like that's part of it, bro. So like I can tell you don't got no kids. I can just already tell. You know, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. You think it's all perfect. Get a woman pregnant. She's pregnant. That's it. Nah, bro. Nope.
That's how you can always spot a pseudo, because they want everything perfect and they want 100% absolute. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't 100% absolute, then
people getting herpes.
Problem.
People getting herpes. Oh man, you see the shingles on a people's body, they call it herpes. Oh man, they can't read. Oh man.
The look on their face when they discover the shingles virus.
That's a herpes virus, but it's a shingles. It's not simplex 1 and 2, and there's no reason that a vaccine is going to give you simplex 1 or 2 or any other. Don't you understand? It's a synthetic spike protein that only produces a spike. That's it. There's nothing else that comes out of it. Like, oh man,
it's the fake protein, and not to mention you already got herpes. You already got herpes viruses in you already. Now
there you go.
Facts. While y'all tripping, while y'all talking, that shows that you're not reading these.
Chicken pox is what?
You're not reading these. You would already know that you already got those viruses. You already got viruses, especially the herpes virus. So you didn't know it, you know it. It might not be expressing itself, but you got it. Now, while y'all talking, don't talk me to death. Do some reading, then come back and holler at me. Yep, and I don't gotta be a professor. I can read though.
Hey, Lincoln.
All right, so I gave you the link. So now I'm just gonna put you out because I'm almost ready to call you some names, but I don't want to do that. Nope. So I'm just gonna get you out of here. Hey, Julana, get that nut out of here. You gotta go. Yeah, I normally don't pick people out, but you gotta go. You talking that. You bringing up Chief X name, you bringing up nuts. I don't need that. You gotta go. You're done. You're out of there. You're done. And you bugged out. Bugged out. Boy, I mean, sometimes people just say anything, yo. Anything. Let me see, man.
Peace to the panel.
What's going on with y'all?
Peaceful, yo.
Hi, peace. Peace. Yes, sir.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to have opportunity to just give some stats, and I think every now and then, stats should be given, the vaccine stats. I typed it out on Facebook, and every now and then I'm just gonna update it, on the stats, because you don't really even have to get into the too far into the science of things, even if you just deal with stats, because a lot of people's arguments against vaccines or against being vaccinated is not even getting into the science. It's basically flaws in just very, very basic logic, so going over the stats can kind of handle a lot of what people are already saying. And I think one of you all mentioned it earlier about the 2%. So what they're saying is that out of people who are infected with the virus, 98% of people who are infected recover, and 2% out of people who get infected have died. And so they're looking at the 2% as being very low, and they're saying to themselves, like, well, with 98% survivability or recovery, I'll take my chances and not be vaccinated, and and even go as far as saying I don't want to wear a mask or anything. I'll just take my chances because the chances are great. They're 98% to 2 versus 2%. And so that's what they use. But now, so how you just kind of eliminate the arguments about vaccines is that you go through the stats, the vaccination stats, and that will completely crush their arguments without even getting into any science whatsoever. And so that's what I did on Facebook by showing that as of now it's more. It's actually 222 million doses have been given in the United States alone of one of the available vaccines. 222 million doses, and about 90 million people are now fully vaccinated, whether it's the 2-shot with Moderna or Pfizer or the single shot with Janssen. And so that's about 90 million people. And so if you compare the people who have been vaccinated with either single dose or 2 dose, and then you look at the reported adverse events that are reported, and you do the math on that, the numbers are way, 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 way less than the numbers that people are using for vaccine hesitancy, that 98% versus 2%. And so if you show them those numbers, then they don't have anything to say, because you will die. You have more chances of dying from the virus, way more chances of dying from the virus than you do the vaccination. That's what those numbers will show beyond a shadow of a doubt. No one can get around them. People can get emotional, get mad, but they can't deal with the numbers. You know how they say, people lie, but numbers don't lie. And the numbers will show it. And that ends the conversation. And it actually backs people. I've done this, this week, this week just passed with a couple of people. It backs them up so much to the point where they just have to throw out everything and just simply say that they don't want to take the vaccine. And that's cool. Like, when people do that, then at least they're just being honest. Like, I just don't want it. Then, and I tell people, won't you just lead with that? Don't try to, fool me by trying to sound deep or sound whatever. Just say you don't want to get it, and that's it. You're an adult. I'm not, you're not going to be forced. I'm not, forcing a person to get vaccinated or not be vaccinated, but you make a choice, an adult choice. There's consequences to every choice. So you make that choice, and that's it. Next topic. That's it. So, so I'm just saying, every now and then, I think it's good to just give the stats. And I'm telling you, it would eliminate a lot of the back and forth, because people are trying to go back and forth based on ignorance. They don't know the science, and they bring up stuff to try to sound heavy, but they really don't know what they're talking about. They mention keywords like mRNA, vaccines, inoculation. I had somebody tell me this week that the vaccines are not vaccines. And I'm like, well, why do you say that? Well, they don't inoculate you. And I'm like, so because you believe that they don't inoculate you, that they shouldn't be called vaccines. Although all the professionals and all of the literature and even the CDC website, FDA, whatever, they refer to them as vaccines, but you are trying to convince me that they're not vaccines, and I ask you why, and your reason why is because they don't inoculate you. And I'm like, well, tell me what inoculation is.
Oh yeah, they don't know. They inoculated since Onesimus and them was inoculating.
Right, but I'm saying I asked them, well, what is inoculation, and they couldn't tell me.
Right.
They couldn't tell me. So here was their definition of inoculation, and it was going off the top of the dome, but inoculation to them was to something that will prevent you from getting infected.
Okay. That's one definition.
Well, that's what, but
Prevent you from getting infected?
Yeah.
Inoculation?
That's not what inoculation is, though.
All right, let's look
No.
at that. I think that's one part. I think it is. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Because that's the whole debate about getting infected. Yes, you get infected, but your immune system is prepared to deal once you got infected. So the idea of I'm not going to get infected, although the Pfizer vaccines are showing signs of preventing infection, that's not the basis of a vaccine.
No, but my point with him, the person that said that, is that that's how they took the definition of what an inoculation is, but he was wrong.
Let me read it real quick. It say the act or processes of an instant of inoculating, especially the introduction of the pathogen or antigen into a living organism to stimulate the production of antibodies.
Exactly. So inoculation, and see, I told him straight from the dome, I said inoculation involves introducing into the body an antigenic substance that produces an immune response in such a way that it will prevent disease. That's the key word. It prevents the disease, and for people from catching, getting a disease and dying, not necessarily infection, although some will aid in preventing infection, like Cedric said. But I'm saying just little things like that. And my point was that people try to get scientific and really don't know what they're talking about. So you got to kind of meet people where they are and just give them the stats. Just give them the stats and work with the logic that they're using. 98%, 2%, I'll take my chances. Well, then why don't you take a chance with the vaccine? Because the vaccine, let's just take Johnson & Johnson's vaccine.
Real quick, whoa. Hold on. Let me get the next word. Violation. All right. So Onesimus and them was doing what? They was practicing violation. Violation was the method of inoculation first used to immunize individuals against smallpox with material taken from a patient or a recently violated individual. There you go. In the hopes that a mild but protective infection would result. There you go. So get the terms right. Inoculation, violation, vaccination, and all that.
So right now, I'm inoculated because I've been vaccinated.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
That person was dumb. You was talking to Wujah. But go ahead, Wujah.
No, I was just giving an example, and I guess my point is that sometimes you don't even have to get into the sciencey part of things. It's just a matter of dealing with the surface logic that people have. It's really flawed, And so, for example, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, everybody knows that it was put on suspension while it was investigated because of 6 women, thrombosis and things, blood clotting report in 6 women. And so if you just look at the numbers by itself, at that point, it was suspended. 6.8 million people received the single dose shot of Johnson & Johnson. So out of 6.8 million, only 6 reports of cases of this potential blood clotting. Now, if you do the math,
That's 1 in a million, ain't it?
well, hold on. If you do the math, you're going to come out to 0. As a decimal, 0.00000088. But now in the percentage, you got to move the decimal point over 2 places. So it's 0.000088. So that's way less than even 0.1% chance or potential. And so if you show that to somebody who is willing to take a 98% chance and look at the 98 versus 2, well, what about this way less than even 0.1%? This is not even 1%. Not even 0.1%. You see? And so if you present that to them, they really can't say anything. So at the end of the day, they'll end up just having to say, I just don't want to get it. And me personally, I would respect somebody to just start with that than to try to justify it with just wrong, false information, false claims, misinformation, and the whole 9. And that's what we have going on. A lot of people are trying to do that because they feel like they need to justify it, and they need to justify their laziness of not looking into the data and information. They feel like they have to justify it by explaining their decision, which is really boils down psychologically as guilt. People actually feel guilty for not being knowledgeable enough, and so they just make up stuff. They look for anything to justify not doing something, even though they don't know much about it. And that's what it really boils down to. I've even had bets that people come to me or speak to me who are either anti-vax, period, or they're hesitant, they don't want the vaccine. And I bet them, I say, listen, every reason that you give me of why you won't do it, I bet you I have a rebuttal to it. And I have never lost.
Rebuttal to what? Getting the vaccine?
A rebuttal to their reason for not doing it.
Oh yeah, they don't have no damn. It's just it's complete utter foolery. Hey,
outside of them just backing up to the corner and just saying I don't want it. I don't have a rebuttal to that. Obviously, somebody just make up.
I don't want it in the face of death. I don't want to live. So let me see. Yeah, viruses, pandemics, and immunity. I get this, and then you want to step your reading game up. Get some. Matter of fact, this also is a good book. It talks about vaccines right here in the anthropology book. Why would the anthropology book talk about vaccines? Because, and then for y'all advanced students, get the college level work. All right, Mr. Vincent, they get the college level work right here. Yo, these are some books right here. Yeah, real. Get Apollo's Arrow. Apollo's Arrow, great read too. All right, and let me see what else we got laying around here. We got stuff laying around here, right? Just for the study. And these books will guarantee that you will never lose a conversation talking about vaccinations. All right.
Now I'm gonna tell you,
Mhm.
the people that need that the most
Mhm.
are not gonna read it.
Oh no, that's not. Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. There has to be another way, and I'm saying it's really as simple as just giving stats because people can't even get around that.
No,
Really.
they can't get around no part of the conversation. Because how you said, you just said numbers don't. White people will lie, black people might lie, but numbers don't lie.
Come in, Sean. I see a rise of health consciousness saying let him on. The link in the chat.
Now the link is in the chat, man. You don't want to come on, man. We're not gonna holler and scream today. We're not cussing, we're not fussing, we're not talking each other to death, man. We're on some laid back here, man, because people be trying to escape getting beat down. So I'm not doing none of that. As long as you don't call me an agent and all that, then we super Gucci. Yeah. Then if you call me an agent, I'm just gonna put you off. I ain't even doing all that for all that no more at all. Because y'all just ridiculous. Here you go. Put that in there again. You acting like you want to come through. You don't want to come through. You don't want to have the intelligent conversation, man. There you go. You got it. Yeah. You already, and you ain't in anyway. He ain't on here, is he?
Lord of the Perfect Black on here. I don't know.
What's up, Lord of Park Break? Speak. Where you at? Unmute yourself. Come on, Lord of the Perfect Black, before you be Lord of the Perfect up out of here, yo. All right. Going once. From West Africa.
Yo, hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's good, man? It's Rise of Health Consciousness.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
what's up?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, what you got?
All right, yo, first off, I gotta go at your man. I can't pronounce his name. He's talking about he sounds so intellectually elitist, using the number 6 cases of blood clots. But I'm in a group, and I tell you, I probably saw maybe 150 blood clots from J&J. These are real people. See, y'all come from the premise that the system can never lie to you. This is why there's so much error in your ways, because you come from that they're automatically telling you the truth.
Okay, can I pause you for a second?
Is that somebody can lie to you?
Can I pause you for a second?
All right, go.
Okay, so before you go too far into that, I do not trust you or the system. So so my default setting is to trust nobody.
No,
So
that's not true.
I just want you to be clear on that before you pretend to know me and stuff like that. So I want you to understand that first, and then second, when I said 6 cases, I never made the claim, and the reporting people that are reporting never made the claim that there's only 6 cases. Period.
Well,
so the fact that you know about 150 is great, but don't premise that by saying that you know about 150 and I only mentioned 6, therefore somebody's lying to me. So don't do that to me, please.
All right, somebody asked for the source. On Telegram.
Number 6. Hey, Lord, hold on. The number is 6, bro, and I'm gonna stand all the way on the number 6.
Nah, you're not
documentation. Right?
Okay, I'm telling you where.
Hold on. I don't want to hear about you being in some health group and they just come up with these wild numbers. Hold on. I'm telling you, I don't trust you. I don't trust the crazy group you was in. I don't trust none of that. Let me see right now. Let me see your source that shows it was over 150 rare. Matter of fact, I bet you if I look up those types of blood clots in the population itself, that's what I'm gonna do while you're talking to death. I'm gonna see about this rare blood clot and how much it really occurs in the general population before vaccines enter. Go ahead, but bring that documentation though, yo. Don't talk us to death.
Go to Telegram and go to COVID vaccine victims. And there's thousands upon thousands of people who have been injured from all 3 of these vaccines. And from Johnson & Johnson itself, I personally counted somebody got something in the background. All right.
Okay, but I just want, brother,
hold on. Let me finish. See, you didn't, when you came with the 6 number, you were so confident that there is no possibility that these people could be lying. It could really be 600. It could be 6,000. You
Wait,
just
but see
gave
that see that's why I paused you. There's no in my statement, there was nothing implied in my statement that there are only 6 people on the entire planet. So I'm never taking a position that people can't lie or whatever the case is. All I said was that there are 6 reported cases. You cannot refute that. There are 6 reported cases. Now you may have
actually,
seen,
that's
wait a minute. You may have seen more than 6, but 6 have been reported and 6 are being investigated.
That's
Okay.
actually more. Even the mainstream media has said that it's happening more now.
Okay,
That's
but I'm saying I never said there were only 6. But let me ask you: are those 150 cases being investigated by the CDC?
I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I'm sure they know it's way more than that.
No.
These
But
things
my
don't-
question, but
telling you.
I'm asking. Wait, I just want to. I'm asking a specific question. Are the 150 cases that you know about, are they being investigated by the CDC? Do you have that information?
I can't tell you they are or they're not. I don't know what the hell.
Okay, so my claim specifically is that 6 cases have been reported, and the CDC is investigating those 6. So now you can go
Okay,
on with
you
your build
could've-
without projecting something that I'm not saying.
Well, you could have tailored it better. You sounded so, and you went into breaking down a percentage. That you making it seem like that number is a real number that shows the safety of this. That
Okay,
number is not
okay. I tell you what.
Well,
You
give
give me
us the real numbers. That's
wait.
what we
Hold up, Corey. I'm gonna walk him very quickly. So you give me your number. Give me the number that you can demonstrate right now. Tell me what that number is.
Go to COVID vaccine victims on Telegram, and
No.
you'll see thousands upon
No,
thousands.
just mention just mention a number. Give me a number. You said 150.
I
So
have no
can I-
idea.
Hey, can I
can I go with
interject
that?
real quick?
Yo, there's so many.
What the
Yo,
hell
there's
is
so many
Telegram?
victims. There's
Wait,
so
wait.
many victims.
Hold on. I just want to interject real quick. I want to give people the truth. All right, the brother's not wrong. He's just wrong on what we're talking about. What he's talking about in these little groups is 150 people that had these rare blood clots from AstraZeneca's vaccine, not
Right.
Johnson and Johnson.
Right.
And Jay,
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to help you, but also give you clarity
I don't
about
need
the.
no help. I don't need no help. Every
All right,
vaccine.
you didn't know, so you didn't know, so I'm telling you what you didn't know. You're talking about AstraZeneca's vaccines. They have reported 150 cases of blood clots. And this is why Wujawa was specifically asking you, is it being reported by the CDC? Because we don't have these issues with AstraZeneca in the United States. We have 3 approved for emergency use vaccines right now. And we're dealing with one in particular, which we're dealing with 6 people, 6 European women between the ages of 18 and 48. Okay, they had rare blood clots or platelet issues, which was rare, was not found in the trials, and 1 fatal, the other 5 all treated and taken care of. They good. Out of 6.8 million people who were vaccinated, 6 people developed these rare blood clots. Now you want to bring us 150, you want to bring us 150 more people and then say, well, Jawu is wrong. He's not wrong because he's talking about Johnson and Johnson.
That's what I'm talking about too. You're not even giving a disclaimer.
Johnson and Johnson because Johnson and Johnson only had 6. AstraZeneca has 150. We got to get the vaccine right, and we have to deal with the information so people are not misled.
Yo, I'm telling you, in the group, I've seen pictures.
Come on, man.
Yeah, hold on. That's why I wanted to walk this, and it's real quick.
So listen,
So brother,
let me talk, bro.
but I'm not saying I just need your
blood
number.
from all of these shits,
I just need your number.
all of them. Huh?
I just need your number. I'm in my
Yo,
statement.
I have no idea, but I told you I'm in a group, and there's plenty of people who died from all 4 of these shits.
Okay, so wait, let's get this straight. So you came on and you came on to the call trying to step to me by name specifically, and you don't even know a number. But
Well,
yet, you're gonna tell me, hold up. Yet you're gonna tell me out the side of your neck and pretend like I believe people and that I'm wrong or that I'm being lied to about the 6 when you don't even have a number.
It's way more than 6. Tell you that much.
But brother,
I've seen-
here's the difference between me and you. See, what I could say, I could demonstrate and back up, and I'm always ready. I dare
me
you to
too.
ask
I
me.
told you
Wait.
look.
I dare you to ask me to back up what I'm saying, and I'm gonna do it. And then
I
you'll
told you
probably
what to
get
look
kicked
for.
off. But I just
I-
asked you in giving you consideration. I asked you for your number. I'm opening the door for you. Give me
I
a
told
number.
you where to
And
look.
you cannot give me a number. You can't
Because
even
it's probably thousands. Got to be thousands upon thousands.
I know, but you
No.
keep saying probably you don't know and stuff like that. How am
No.
I supposed to believe you? That's why I
Yo,
don't trust you. I don't know
millions
you
of
and I don't
people,
trust you.
millions of people took this shit. How am I gonna know what number? Come on. You
Oh,
believe
I'm
far
saying give me a number. I'm saying it don't even have to be the exact number. I'm saying
Okay, do this,
give
bro.
me a
I
number.
want you to go download Telegram on your phone. Go into the group called COVID vaccine victims.
I'm not doing
You're
all
gonna
that.
see so much deaths and
We
problems.
don't
with
have
all
to
these
do
vaccines.
all of that, bro. We don't have
You
to
do.
do all of that. We know what's going on with the vaccine. We know how it's
Good.
acting in the population. You got people creating these pseudo groups, and
Nah.
Jawo again was trying to be nice, and he told you that you didn't have a number and you did not. So on the screen for the listening audience from Wales, the UK article with 150 people. Look at what they're saying. Overall, red blood clots occurred in 93 women and 75 men aged between 18 and 93. Since he couldn't give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. Here's what this is where this magical number of 150. This is the UK.
That's what I'm talking about. Has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about the group that people come on and they talk about what happened to themselves.
How do you know these people had situations, yo?
Lord of Black.
Because they show you.
Lord of Black.
How could you confirm that?
Hold on for a
They
minute.
show you. They show you.
One sec. Hey, Lord of Black.
Yeah, what up?
Do you realize you're actually sitting here telling us that you don't trust them people, this and that and the other, but yet you trust a group full of people who you don't even know with no sign, no nothing, just throwing shit out there. Like let me finish.
If you tell
Let
me you have blood clots,
Let me finish.
Let me say this, bro.
I'm not trying to yell. Let me finish. You're sitting in some crazy app with Lord knows how many crazy people smoking weed, sniffing dope, drinking liquor, smoking, throwing shit in there, and you just believe that? So what's the value are you putting on that? Because it supports where you at. Even if you had 1,000 people with blood clots, think about what you're saying. Look at the numbers,
listen,
y'all.
bro.
You still listen, even with your stats, you still losing. It still makes sense for us to take the vaccine. That's the horrible part of your conversation and argument. That even if you was right, you still don't outweigh us dying from COVID or getting sick or long term. You still haven't topped that. Show me 500,000 people dying, then you would have me on your side. But until you get 500,000 people dying, I'm not listening to you and none of them crazy people you following, bro, because it doesn't make sense.
Be patient. Be patient. That's all we're gonna tell y'all. Because
That's
people dying
fine.
every day.
You do get my point, though, right? Until you show me millions of people dying from the vaccine, then leave me out of the conversation because we're gonna start acting crazy because it don't make sense.
So, brother,
download it, and you'll see these people post their vaccine
Is
card.
it 1 million of them? Is it a million? Is it 3 million of them, yo?
No, Bill Gates is much smarter than y'all, so he
I'm
knows.
asking you. No,
Listen, I'm trying to explain what I'm saying.
He invoked Bill Gates on us. Oh,
let me explain. Let me explain what I'm saying, bro. You see how y'all think? Let me talk. People talk. Y'all are so simple-minded that people have to die immediately.
No, let me say this to you, dude.
Put it on Java screen, Put it on Java screen,
Hold on, let me say this to you, bro. You called me. Hold on, you called me an agent. So I'm saying tonight,
Did I call you an agent just now?
No, I'm saying I'm letting you slide, but I'm letting you know I haven't forgotten that. So you just need to calm down and be cool and understand, yo, that I'm giving you a reprieve. I'm letting you know that. So no, but you calling everybody names though. Like we don't have to call each other names in this conversation.
I ain't gonna call your name.
Be a
Alright,
big
let me-
boy. Be a big boy and play by the rules of science.
Let
Like
me go with my
He
point.
call you
Though. I was
agent.
saying,
He call you
So,
I
so
was
agent.
wait.
yo,
I need
y'all gonna let me talk?
I just want to share. I just want to share
Not
something.
today.
Please let
let me
Wujawa
talk.
say this real
Nah,
quick.
on the UK show. Remember we went
let me
Oh,
talk, bro.
okay.
Let me talk.
Wait,
All right,
wait,
yo.
brother.
Uh,
Let me just share this real quick. I'm sorry. I mean, you let's just take turns. Let me go first, and then I want
Now,
you.
I want to respond to something Ankh said though.
Okay, I'll go after you. All right, go ahead.
Ankh said when you have millions of people dying, he will look at the vaccine funny. But the thing about this is that they're much smarter than y'all. I'm not trying to insult y'all, but people that took the vaccine do not have a long-term view of things. They think people have to die immediately, or it's not dangerous. The same way people eat pork and they don't think it's dangerous, it doesn't kill you immediately. So they know people are dying.
We
Some
die for years.
some immediately, and a lot of people. A 27-year-old doctor died 3 months later from the vaccine. From a heart attack.
They ain't even
I'm
been
saying-
giving the vaccine out to 27-year-old doctors for 3
Yeah,
months.
you just lied, bro.
I
You just
said
lied.
I'm kidding. So what I'm saying is,
They haven't even been giving the
thinking.
vaccine out to 27-year-old doctors for 3 months, bro. They haven't even been.
He lied. He lied.
I said that to Uncle
Cut
already.
that out. Cut that out.
That's
He
real.
on a he's
Hey,
in a
hold on.
group
Can y'all
chat.
let Wujawa go real quick? Let Wujawa go real quick. Please.
Okay, all right. Let me just do something. I'm all right. So what I have on my screen, I don't know if can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see it?
Yes.
Okay, so just real quick, these are the numbers, so I want people to see it. And then this is what I said earlier. I said that as of the suspension, the recommended suspension by the CDC and the FDA of Janssen vaccine, aka Johnson and Johnson, 6.8 million people have been inoculated with that particular vaccine. Out of that 6.8 million, there are 6 reported cases of possible thrombosis or blood clotting, etc. All right, and they're looking into it, investigating whether the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is the causal agent of it. But out of extreme caution, they suspended it anyway while they investigate. But now, if we take these numbers based on the reported cases, 6.8 million versus 6 cases, you're going to come away with a decimal of 0.00000088, or in percentage wise is 0.000088%.
Okay,
Which
well,
is
you sound better.
wait, hold
You
on
sound
one second, which is far less than even 0.1%, let alone 1%. All right, so that's a very tiny number. Now,
first of all, but you said if we take these numbers, but I'm telling you.
but wait, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. That's why. Hold up, let me just finish. That's why I have this thing at the bottom here. So I'm gonna take your number and I'm gonna raise you. I'm gonna say 1,000 cases. Okay, let's say it's not 6. Let's say it's 1,000 cases. Now let's do the math. So let's do the math together. What decimal would this get? Somebody that's quick with math or has a calculator out and ready right now. Give me the decimal answer to if we just give the benefit of the doubt or consideration and say 1,000 cases. Let's just do that. Let's just see. Anybody can do that real quick, or if I gotta do it.
I think you gotta move your
Can I interject real quick?
go over one right there, Wujawa. 0.000 point. Yeah.
Yo,
Okay,
let me
so-
interject real quick. See what you're saying, like I just said to y'all level of thinking.
Wait, no, hold on. Okay, you listen. You can say what you're about to say. Let me just finish. I got one more thing to say. So I'm gonna do the math real quick, and then you can go. So I'm upping it from 6 to 1,000. Now, this is what's actually reported. This is what we can actually back up and demonstrate and show. This down here is pure hypothetical, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So 1,000 cases. The decimal result would be 0.000014, which in percentage would be you simply move the decimal point over 2 places, and so it would be this. That's what the percentage be. Again, even with 1,000 cases, you are looking at less than 0.1%, far less than 0.1%. and even further less than 1%. So
Okay,
so
can
no
I
matter
ask
how you do
you
it now, if you want to get real fancy, let's say it's 10,000. If I say 10,000, all I got to do is remove a zero. from both-
What I'm
from both of
saying
the
is
sides.
gonna debunk all what you're saying, because
Wait,
what I'm saying is
hold up. Now
what you're saying don't mean
that's
nothing.
with 10.
What you're saying means
That's
nothing.
that's with 10,000 cases.
Yo, the number listen, bro. Let me say, you're talking about 2 months later. You know all these women that caught cancer from the Johnson & Johnson powder.
No. Hold up.
Well, let me
Wait,
tell
wait.
you. You think they found
Wait,
out they
hold
had
on.
cancer 2
I
months
just
later?
wait. I just want this point to sink in. I have
It doesn't matter though, because you're
I
looking
have
at it from
upped
a
it. Wait, I have
you're looking
upped
at
it.
it from a 2 month. You're
I
looking at
have
it from a 2 month window.
listen.
how
Hold up. Listen. Neither you nor I or anybody who is alive is a time traveler to go in the future. So don't go through the future door.
We know what happened. We know their history. We know their history though.
Okay, but let's not walk through the future door. All right. So that's
how humans got so
banned from
smart,
this
because we
conversation.
plan ahead.
Listen,
We're gonna take something
unless
that
you go to
no
the future
long-term
and come
data
back with
from
something.
a company that gave thousands of women cancer, and it didn't happen 2 months later. They could have been some smart person like you saying, "Oh, take this, rub this on your thing, because it only affected this amount of people in this much time." Now the years go by. Now this thing blew up to the point to have a huge class action lawsuit.
Okay, listen, that sounds good, but again, the future talk is banned from the conversation until you can go in the future and bring back something definitive. Right now, we're talking about reality right here, right now, and I'm giving you numbers that you cannot listen. The reason why you want to go to the future and into La La Land is because you can't deal with these numbers. Period.
Because it's only been out 2 months. It's only been out 2 months.
Okay, regardless of how long it's been out, these are the numbers. Can you agree with that? Because listen,
that's not a good enough. That's not a good enough explanation to get somebody to take it. That's good enough to say. Oh, the only thing you can come from.
In 10 years, you're going to be 10 years older than you are now. But how old are you right now? That's what we're talking about. I don't care about 10 years
argument ago. You could say at this point with that is that at this current stage, the number is not outrageous yet. But you can't use that to say why somebody should take it.
No. But listen, but here's the point though. Not only is number not outrageous, the number is not even a blip on the radar yet. Even with 10,000.
You or one of your loved ones that took that and died, to have somebody say, "Oh, this number is so minuscule."
No, listen. I know people personally who have died from the virus. So you don't want to talk about that to me.
I'm talking about the vaccine. Let it be you. Let it be you or want somebody you love.
Listen to what I just said. Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. I don't know anybody who has died from the vaccine, but I do know people who have died from the virus.
I know 5 people that died from the vaccine.
I know people who died from the virus. Now what?
I know one person that died from the virus, so-called, but he was fat.
But that wasn't my question. I said now what? See, you're listen. This is what you're doing. You cannot get around these numbers. So you're just deflecting. First of all, you're trying to go into the future on me. And you can't do that. That's movie La La Land. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now you're bringing up other things. Now you're bringing up other things. Listen. You got to just be humble and admit to what's in front of you though first.
Okay, what's in front of me now is that people are catching blood clots and people are dying from the vaccine. And it might not be a number that you care about, but these are people who have families.
Nobody died. We did have one victim. We had one person who died from blood clots. A European lady. She died from blood clots, from rare blood clot. We got to put that in perspective. Rare. It's not seen in the overall population because they vaccinated 6.8. Hold on, bro. Hold on. You keep moving the goalpost. We're trying to stay on the math. 6.8 million people got vaccinated. One person transitioned from a rare blood clot, And then you're trying to say people are getting blood clots, they're getting all of these things, and then you're talking about people dying and so on and so forth. We know the people that are dying, bro. because they make it public for the people too much. So much so that we can tell you, we can go to Florida and talk about the doctor who had ITP, which basically means that his immune system was trying to defend itself and kill itself at the same time because of the vaccine. Now we can go. Can't let me finish. Now you talking about a 27-year-old. There was no 27-year-old doctor who died from a COVID vaccine. All these people have been over 40-something years old, and it was only really one person that was an actual doctor, and that was the one in Florida. Now all the other people were one other person worked in the healthcare facility in California. That person had pre-existing. The other person in California, like worked in the X-ray room or some crap, had pre-existing conditions, and the autopsy, they were mum on the autopsy because he had some stuff going on with him. Then the black lady in Detroit, who was like a RN or something, like, well, not Detroit, but wherever she was at. Excuse me, sister, for messing you up, rest in peace and all of that. But she had high blood pressure, diabetes, and something else, and didn't even take her medications. So that could spark and trigger the things that reacted in her. Like every time we go through these case-by-case instances where people are reporting some type of death and all of that, the family members are turning around and they're saying the same thing. They would want you to get the vaccine. They were pro-vaccine, and they just wanted to be right and make sure things are done right so that people can get the vaccine and not have to fight and deal with COVID-19. And then I just put on the screen a lady, 61 years old, thank you, Nahisi, that just died serving people like you that think that, oh, I don't need the vaccine. I'm just gonna come in here and eat some food with my mask off. Oh, well, you gave this lady COVID-19, she dead, and it's your fault. You weaponized it. I'm blaming you. The no mask wearer, you don't barely wash your hands, you on the internet talking about you so far against vaccines that you're killing people out here and you don't even know it because you asymptomatic and you just spreading it.
Well, if somebody got a 95%,
just a second.
vaccine,
Now I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing. You're in a group on Telegram where you know people are dying, and when we prove that you're wrong, you turn around and tell us to wait to the future when people gonna start to die in the future.
Y'all didn't prove I was wrong
it?
because I show you every day, all day. I'm in a group and people are dying every day, all day.
So people are dying now, or we gotta wait a couple of years, like the baby powder? Which is it?
People are dying every day.
Either we falling, all are we falling now, and we dying.
It might not have hit you and the people you know, which I'm glad. But a lot of people are dying, and much more people are gonna die.
You hear what I'm saying? You're saying on the one hand, we're not seeing nobody die right now. We gotta wait some years in the future because Bill Gates is way smarter than us. Because Bill Gates is way smarter than us. So we're not gonna die now. We're gonna die in the future. And then on the other hand, you're saying people are falling, dying now. Which is it?
With no evidence.
Which is it?
No, I have the evidence. I told you where to look for the evidence.
No, you did not.
I told you where to look.
Which I would have kicked you in the chat a long time ago.
You see how you said what happens? You want me to get off the chat? I'll get off if y'all want me to get off.
Do us this favor, man. Present us with the at least as much evidence.
No, what I was saying, you see how your boy when somebody died from the vaccine, it's convenient. Or we're gonna bring up their diabetes, this, and this. But when they die from COVID, we can't bring up the pre-existing conditions because once you do that, you're gonna take about 95% of people off the table.
Hey, Lord
like
of the
me,
perfect. Hey, brother,
I ain't having this.
I got one question, man. I ain't really been able to ask any questions today. Well, I just want to know, like, what in your life, ever in your whole entire life, have you taken? What product have you used? What technology have you used that was 100% flawless? What have you ever seen like that in your whole entire life? What have you ever seen like that?
Yeah, I don't deal with the pharmaceutical industry. I'm a
No. I'm not talking about the pharmaceutical. I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about technology, food, anything, science. What was it that was in your life that was 100% flawless?
Nothing. Everything has some degree of risk. But the risk of not taking this vaccine for somebody in my age group at 36 years old, and anybody, because it only the so-called COVID only attacks people.
No, you didn't. Did you hear my question, bro?
Okay, my answer to your question is everything has a degree of risk.
Right. So nothing was you've never seen nothing 100% flawless in your whole entire life. Is that what you sharing with us today? Is you at least admitting that?
He said something key. I got to jump in on that. Listen, you just said everything has a risk, right? And so let's compare the risk of viral infection versus the risk of inoculation. Okay, I gave you the numbers for inoculation already, and I broke it down at least specifically to Johnson & Johnson. If you want to do the whole thing, then we got to up it to 222 million people have received doses, and that was shattered. That was shattered. I'm only talking about the United States. I'm not talking about anywhere else in the world. Just United States.
There's 100 and some million people, but doses is two shots per person.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. There's 222 million people who have received at least a single dose of a vaccine in the United States.
It's not that high. It's about 130 million.
Listen, I could show you on the screen. I could show you on my screen right now what it says.
It's not that high. It's not 200 million people. Come on, that's it. When y'all come with this stupid shit, I gotta get off the. Y'all be. Come on, man.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna share my screen. I don't want you to go. I want to show you because
you have that many doses. You don't have that many people in the country that took it. You have that many doses because it's 2 shots per person.
No, listen to what I'm saying. You gotta listen and not just trying to say something for the sake of saying. I specifically said 222 million doses have been administered in the United States.
Nah, you said people, bro. Come on, now you make.
Listen, you could rewind. Listen. You could rewind this. I never said people, bro.
When you go back, you're gonna hear how dumb you sound. But you said people. But all right, keep going with you.
That's why. All right, but I'm just gonna say something to you though. You know, because I know you're young and you think you know what you know, but you don't. But that's why you threaten to get kicked off because you don't even know how to have a conversation. Because you're saying how dumb I sound or whatnot. But when you rewind when you rewind this though, you're gonna see that I didn't say people.
You'll see that you did say people, bro. But whatever, keep going.
Okay, you know what? When it's your turn to talk, I'm gonna rewind it while we're live, and we're gonna play what I said live to you. Right. And then when you find out I didn't say people, you might as well just leave. That'll be the agreement. You just leave. All right.
You said
so anyway, what I am saying is that 222 million doses have been given in the United States of America. And I said that 91.2 million people have been fully vaccinated. All right. Okay. 222 million doses have been given in the United States alone. 91.2 million people have been fully vaccinated. Either the double dose from Moderna or Pfizer or the single from Johnson & Johnson. All right. So that's with the vaccine. So now we're going to talk about that versus the virus. Now, what I have on my screen right now that everybody should be able to see are the numbers for the virus. This is just the United States as of today. There are 32,789,653 cases of COVID-19 in the United States. Out of those total number of cases, 25 million, I'm just going to say 25.9 just to be short, 25.9 cases are closed, meaning they have an outcome. Now, out of that number, 25.3 million, the outcome was recovery, and that amounts to 98%. And then out of that same number, 585,000 deaths, that amounts to 2%. So now if you do the math, you're going to find that is a 2% chance that if you are infected, there's a 2% chance of dying based on the hard numbers that we're seeing right here. Now, if you compare that to the other side with the vaccine, and this is what I had on the screen before, this is just J&J. But if I put all of the vaccines on the screen, the numbers, that's 222 million. And you compare it to how many people have reported to die, and really only one has been confirmed to die of a very, very rare a disease, as the brother Sean said. That there's no comparison.
There's people dying all day, every day from this vaccine.
Wait. I just want you to understand. Wait, you're going, hold up 1 second. You're going back into this fantasy fairy numbers that you cannot produce. What I'm giving you, we can show.
Who is gonna keep track of the numbers? The same people that want you to take the vaccine? Come on, bro. You gotta understand, humans can lie to humans. Humans can deceive you.
Are you a human? Are you a human?
Yeah, I'm a person. Yes.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Wait, 1 sec. Wait. Listen to your logic. You're trying to push that humans can lie, yet you're a human, but yet we're expected to believe you and that you're not.
I have $1 billion on the line, bro. Fauci and these guys, they have money to be made. They have billions.
Listen, regardless, you're a human. Listen. I was straight up with you.
So the broker you are as a human, the more trustworthy you are. That's his logic.
I don't know you.
I have nothing to gain.
And I don't trust anything that you're saying.
From this information. But Fauci is telling you only 6, he has money to make. The news, all of these people are in on it. They're not gonna. They lying. They can't lie. You have to approach this whole situation. I have nothing to gain by being on this call.
It's a global cabal.
Wait. For you to say that you don't have nothing to gain, that could be a lie as well. So listen to me. Let's make this very, very simple. This is the reality on the ground. This is where the rubber hits the road. These numbers that I'm showing are actual numbers. Everything out of your mouth are not actual. It's just pure speculation. You're just reaching.
I showed you where you can find it.
Throwing from the hip. But hold up. Let me make this my last point. I want to make a point. You brought up the future in terms of wait and see, and you're implying that more people are gonna die from the vaccine because they don't know. It's only been out 2 months and so many months and so like that, right? Now, this virus, the SARS-CoV-2, was called at the very beginning, it's still called a novel virus, means it's new. They don't know everything about the virus. So forget the vaccine for a moment. Let's talk about the virus. They don't know the long-term effects of the virus. So equally, if you're concerned about the long-term effects of the vaccine, well, guess what? You have to also be concerned about the long-term effects of the virus as well. They don't know. They don't know what the virus can do to the body over a long period of time. Am I right or wrong?
Well, the virus is much more political. That's why they changed the PCR.
Listen, will you ever answer a question? Will you ever answer a question?
What was the question?
I said that if you are concerned about the vaccine and the fact that they don't know the long-term effect of the vaccine, shouldn't you be equally concerned about the long-term effects of the virus, because the scientists who are studying it don't have all the answers and don't know the long-term effects of the virus? Shouldn't that be equally concerned? I was trying to answer
the question. You cut me off. Okay, what I was saying was the virus is much more political than it is actual dangerous. That's why on the inauguration day, the calculations were made less sensitive for COVID to make Donald Trump look bad and make Biden look good. That's one. The two, the guy who invented the PCR test says Fauci doesn't know shit and that it was never made to diagnose disease. Number three, I can't even. What I'm saying is basically it's nowhere near as dangerous.
But what was it made for then?
Huh?
No, I'm still waiting for the answer. Like I
just gave you an answer. It's more political than it is actually dangerous.
I don't
That's
think
the answer.
No. Listen, my answer is about the concern. I'm saying that that people are concerned about vaccines because the vaccines are new.
Well, I gave you. If the numbers are being rigged to make more people positive than they're actually positive, that means this whole shit is a hoax. While there might be something out there, it was nothing that was serious enough to have everybody wearing masks, have cities locked down. There was nowhere near.
That has nothing to do with my. Listen, that has nothing to do.
Only people that died from this.
That has nothing to do with my question.
I
I just want
answered
you to
the
understand.
question.
No. Listen, my question is the concern for the side effects, potential side effects of vaccines, the long-term side effects of vaccines, right? Nobody knows the long-term effects of vaccines because we can't jump through the future door, right? You will agree with that. We can't not know that. And I'm saying,
Yeah, we don't.
equally so, we don't know the long-term effects of a viral infection, of how SARS-CoV-2 affects the body. We don't know that long-term information either, do we?
Yeah, all right. So far, what we dealing with the reality of COVID, it only affects so far. It only affects older people and those who already have pre-existing conditions. So far.
Wait.
So if you don't,
That's not even true. That's not even true. Younger people are reporting more of hospitalization due to COVID-19 as we
but
speak.
they're not dying. They're not dying from it. So people forget about
I
that.
didn't,
People
I
are
didn't, I
concerned
didn't,
about
I didn't
that.
listen. I didn't even say dying or nothing. I said the fact that scientists do not know the long-term effects of the virus. I didn't say die. I said they
Okay.
don't know the long-term effects of the virus the same way people don't know the long-term effects of the vaccine. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, I think they do know vaccine. This is a actual
All right,
put
well,
from
I'm done
the
because
global elites.
it's
They know.
clear
They
that
know.
you cannot even deal with the information as it's presented in real time. Like everything that you
Because
say
you believe
is
that
all reaching and speculation.
you believe that these people have to lie. You don't understand that people can
No, I don't believe you.
come up with a massive
Listen,
assault that
get this in your
you
head.
don't
I do
understand that
not
people.
believe anything that you're telling me.
Yeah, I know you don't, because you took the vaccine and you believe everything that's true that come from the media.
Okay,
And that
well,
nothing.
listen, wait, hold up. I have not taken the vaccine. You don't know me. Don't pretend to know me. Okay, I have not taken the vaccine, and I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I don't believe you, and I don't know you. So
I don't
get
believe
that
you. I don't believe you
get that in
didn't
your
take it.
head. Get that in your head. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't believe a word you're saying, and you have not
Yeah,
demonstrated anything.
I've demonstrated
So
everything.
you're done. You're done.
Everything
You're
according to
done.
y'all. If it's not on the mainstream news, it don't exist. You
But
don't
you're done.
understand.
I just want you to
Somebody can
understand
buy out the
that
news
I just
and
want you to
create a narrative.
understand that I just want you to understand that you have no wins in this conversation at all.
I dog walk all of y'all a bunch of times already.
Yeah. Well, you didn't demonstrate anything tonight. We basically,
Just that y'all submitted
showed
to
you
Dr.
all the
Fauci and
numbers.
Bill
We
Gates.
basically showed you all the numbers that that you needed to see.
The numbers
You
that the same people
gave us a
that want you to
website.
take the vaccine.
You gave us
Y'all showed me
a social media platform.
the real people. These are real people that took it like y'all, and
right.
these are real. You got to understand the evolution. The truth is not funded. The truth is not funded.
Right. So you also told us that what makes you trustworthy as a human being is the level of poverty that you're going through. So the broker you are.
You don't gotta trust me. I gave you the way you can look for some of the people that's dealing with these issues that took the vaccine. You'll see for yourself every day, all races.
Okay.
People are dying from every one of them. People are dying. People are hospitalized. People are paralyzed.
Well, we're gonna wind the show down now, bro. I think everybody made their point. I always want to tell everybody, hey, a liar make it halfway around the world before the truth get out of bed and get his pants on. So, we want to be always up on top of the latest information from the experts. We want to listen to the experts. We don't want to get our information. Hold on, bro, because I'm ending the show. I'm gonna let everybody have a word because I'm gonna end the show. So if Wujawu want to have a word, go ahead.
Let me have a final word.
I'm gonna let you get the final word, bro. You're gonna get the final word, man. Believe me, we're gonna hear you. Go ahead, Wujawu.
Okay, yeah. All right. I guess the only thing I want to say is a summary of what I said before is, and I'm glad that this conversation took place just now, because it actually confirmed what I said right after I said it, before the brother came in. And I was saying that anytime somebody tries to get into the science of it, they always do what this brother has done and just make up stuff, and it's all what if, the future, and conspiracy, Bill Gates. They throw these different terms around and people around and stuff like that. You'll hear them mention at least Fauci one time, Gates another time, and then the future and all this other kind of stuff, when all we have to do is deal with the stats. And what I just demonstrated is what I said. When you present the stats to people, they can never deal with it. And so what they do instead, they dance around it, they deflect, and they start talking future talk like we just witnessed. And so they start making up things and get into the hypotheticals and the what ifs, when we have the data and stuff right in front of us and they can't deal with it. And that's what I'm saying. All we have to do is just stick to the information, and it's light work. It's just real easy. Like I didn't have to open up no books at all. All I did was pull out a calculator. That's it. All I have is a calculator as a tool. That's it. Walk around with a calculator and we're good. That's it. And that's the bottom line. And so lastly, what I'm going to say is that if you compare the vaccine and the events and consequences of vaccinations versus the events and consequences of the virus, there is absolutely no comparison. I showed the numbers just for the United States alone. 222 million doses have been given in the United States. 91 point whatever million people have been fully vaccinated. And you compare those numbers to any serious adverse effects of that versus people being infected with the virus and how many people have died. We have over 500,000 people have died from COVID-19. Okay. And that's death. That doesn't count people who haven't died, but they have serious complications that are permanent. And then on top of that, scientists don't know the long-term effect of the viral infection for people that may have underlying conditions or co-conditions, especially autoimmune issues. They don't know that. They're studying that right now. And the data so far is not looking good. So people can decide, make your informed decision. I don't tell people to get vaccinated. I don't tell people not to get vaccinated. I just give the information and hope that people make the informed decision. Because some people, without a doubt, should be vaccinated, and then there's some people who feel like they haven't. And then I guess another last thing: no, I have not been vaccinated, brother, but I did get infected with the virus. So I am in this number that you see on the screen. I'm one of the recovered. Okay, so I'm in that 98%. I recovered. So my body reacted. I built up antibodies to the virus naturally without a vaccination. Okay. So that's it.
All right. So the numbers don't lie. Malcolm, you got something, man? Or I don't know if Malcolm's still there or not. Go ahead, brother, if you're there.
Yeah, I'm here. So Wujawa made some pretty good points. Sean also made some pretty good points. Pretty much everybody on the panel, with the exception of, I won't say no names, but the important thing is being able to demonstrate what you're saying. I don't think anybody on the panel is closed-minded. I think we're pretty open to information as long as the information is valid. I mean, I personally would love to know if there's any adverse reaction, death, etc. of a vaccine or any other medicinal product that I may be, on the side of. I have no issue with that. I would want to know that information. But we have to get away from the he say, she say. We can't just say it and not be able to demonstrate it. It didn't take Sean or Brother Wuja but a couple of minutes to just demonstrate something to make the point that they were making. And thus we're easily able to follow what they're saying. Now, we're talking about clots and things as it relates to the vaccine. But what about the clots that are being formed from COVID-19 itself? It is at a much higher frequency and rate than the damn vaccines. So why would we sit here and even entertain a conversation about 6 people having such issues. Now, not saying that those 6 issues should be pushed off to the side, but to highlight that in a discussion when there's a disease that has killed almost 600,000 and caused clots and probably much more. One of those individuals is a close loved one of mine who is currently doing fine now and had no pre-existing conditions, younger than me, and was an African-American female who caught COVID-19 and laid in her bed with a pulmonary embolism, meaning a blockage in blood flow in her lungs, a pleural effusion, and left lobe pneumonia. This is what COVID-19 did to a healthy young adult. Okay, so this was not the 2% that died, but this was the larger percentage of people who had lasting effects from the COVID-19. She's currently taking blood thinners. You know why? Because COVID-19 was causing her blood to thicken and clot up.
Yeah, that's crazy. But is you still there, brother Malcolm? We went out.
So you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure there's a much larger population of people that have dealt with clots with COVID-19 versus the vaccine. I mean, it's just it's sort of a study conversation to defend not taking the vaccine because of clots, but not highlight the fact that COVID-19 is causing strokes and thrombosis, etc., and many more. The demonstration be common. That's all.
No doubt, man. It's like source up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? Look at the actual data, and I with you. I mean, the disease is a lot more scarier than a few blood clots with the vaccine. But go ahead, Lord of the Perfect Black. You got the last word, brother.
All right, what I was just saying is, y'all bring up the number 500,000. Y'all don't even give a disclaimer because that number, according to some scientists, is about 85% wrong. And let me talk. Don't say nothing, please. And I gave you the source where you could find daily deaths of all 3 of these vaccines. And hopefully, y'all don't experience none of this, but I know 5 people that died from these vaccines within weeks. So, that's all I got to say basically is that vaccines have not been proven safe. Nobody knows the long-term side effects, and I wouldn't take it personally. I don't just jump into stuff and I follow it. If they lied about the numbers of people who die from it, even by one person, then I can't trust the vaccines. I can't trust the product. If you lie to get me to, if you put the fear porn to get me to take it, then no. And I've seen so much inconsistencies that the product doesn't make sense. But I want to thank y'all for having me on.
No doubt. I hear you, bro. You want life to be 100% accurate, no flaws, you want a perfect world, bro. And I'm with you. I want a perfect world too, man. That just ain't this. This ain't the one. No.
Hey, Corey.
I've seen too much inconsistencies.
I gave you the last word already, though, man. You said what you said. Go ahead, Malcolm. What you was gonna say?
Nah,
I was saying. Oh, somebody else told me.
No, I was saying
it's too much inconsistencies within this whole thing. You got on Inauguration Day, the PCR test is less sensitive. That doesn't make any sense. Why are y'all changing just because Biden's in office to make it look like COVID numbers is dropping because y'all hated Trump so much? All of the other stuff, hydrochloroquine, all the stuff that people were saying, the pharmaceutical industry paid CNN, NBC to make all that stuff demonized.
Trump was a part of why the numbers started dropping. He came up with Operation Warp Speed, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, but the
no
thing
doubt.
is,
Brother Malcolm wanted to say something. We heard you say that already, bro. It's a big cabal, and they all out to get us. Go ahead, brother Malcolm.
Hey, so my internet started messing up before I could get everything I want to say out. I just want to lastly point this out. And I was talking to my little brothers and a couple of partners of mine about, vaccine claims of vaccine deaths. So Sister CK had put up a link with Dr. Hansen on it, and I put it in the back chat. Dr. Hansen was talking about a 39-year-old woman who had got the vaccine and died 4 days later. And from the outside looking in, you would think, what? Oh man, the vaccine killed her, right? People would say, well, that's probably the only thing, yada yada. Well, you really have to get the full story on what people have been doing or what they got going on. So it turns out that she went to the hospital. She dealt with side effects. Remember, side effects and not adverse reactions. Adverse reactions are the things that we don't want to happen with vaccines. Side effects are things we expect to happen, like fever, chills, body aches, etc. So she was dealing with the fever, chills, body aches, etc. And she took some Tylenol. Felt a little better, what have you. And then days later, she started getting nauseated, dizzy, started having signs and symptoms of drug toxicity. So she went to the hospital. She died literally days later. Again, from the outside looking in, you would think that she just died from the vaccine, but it turns out that when doctors ran her blood work, they saw that she had elevated liver enzymes. Her AST and ALTs were up. And they saw that she had died from liver failure, which occurred because guess what? She took too much Tylenol. She went well over the 4 grams a day that you are allowed to take before your liver starts to feel the effects. And so on the outside looking in, she died from the vaccine. But science showed she died from taking too much medication from trying to deal with the side effects of the vaccine. And that's all I gotta say.
And that's so crazy. You would get nobody to say, hold on, bro, hold on. You would get nobody to say, well, nobody should ever take Tylenol because you could die from taking too much Tylenol. Nobody will ever say that. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. But you get one more. Go ahead, bro. One more time before we end the show. Go ahead.
You see how far he wanted to dig in about the vaccine death? If you digged into everybody's death they say died over COVID, your jaw would drop because you would find the same type of, this person been on diabetes 4 years, this person had 3 heart attacks already, and you're like, nah, this person died from COVID.
We agree to that. We agree that people with pre-existing conditions is more likely to be to die. And we also talked about the 98% recovery rate, right? So it ain't like we, trying to hide or not look at the data in the right way or look at it in a skewed way. I hear you, bro. We hear you, man. But we looking at the data in an objective way, man, and we understand that people with pre-existing conditions, they more likely to die.
Yo, so you taking your 3rd shot? Anybody? Y'all have a 3rd shot coming up in the fall.
Maybe that's not. I don't know if they if that's 100%, but if it's required, if that's what's required for me to be afforded immunity from not passing it on to my newborn baby that I'm about to have, or to my grandmother that I love, or to my dad that's getting elderly. Like, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I'll do.
All right.
Okay, so I just came back in real quick because I want to make sure that I was clear and wanted to visually show what I was saying when I was talking about the 222 million doses given versus 91.2 million people fully vaccinated. To clarify, so that people won't think that I'm talking about 222 million people being vaccinated, I specifically said that there's 91.2 million people fully vaccinated. In terms of doses given, it's 222 million. And so I have it on the screen and it breaks it down by state, but I didn't expand that because the point that I wanted to make was that these numbers, if the vaccine has a deadly adverse effect, and not that the brother you are saying this, but the way that people talk summarily about the vaccines as if the vaccines are going to kill people, or even that it's even made to kill people. If that's,
I say that. I do say that.
you say you do say that?
Yeah, I agree to that too. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was giving you consideration on that one too. So since you are one of those people that do say that, then
yeah, and it's sterilized too.
Okay, so basically with that claim and that logic, the people that received the number of people that received these 222 million doses, or at least the 91.2 million people in the United States, they're going to die or they're going to be sterile, according to your claim.
Well, we already have a lot of reports of miscarriages. There's a lot of women who are getting heavier periods. There's a lot of women who are missing periods. So it has started already. It might not be a full sterilization. It might be a percentage of people. It might not. If you look at the animal trials.
So a lot of women don't go through that anyway before vaccines, because you use the word a lot. And
in the UK,
from my knowledge, a lot of women went through that regardless of a vaccine.
Well, in the UK, you have a 300% of miscarriages, and you have people
and that's due to vaccines.
That the vaccinated women, among vaccinated women, 300% in the UK, and you have you have women missing their periods.
Where can we get that at? Like, I mean, you can't share that with us.
Okay.
That's the whole point. Like, I be wanting to be as smart as you, man. Like,
this is what should happen.
The thing is if y'all only look at corporate funded media.
We want to look at what you're looking at.
I'm going to the source. I'm going to people who saying themselves.
You know all of them women in the UK.
I don't know them, but there's an article about how there's a 300%.
Where the article? That's what I'm talking about. Where is the article at?
This is something I saw weeks ago.
This is what I recommend. The next time you come on the show, if you can jot down right now the things that we have been asking you for, or at least the claims that you're making, just be prepared to share something.
Well, look it up. Look up 300% increase in miscarriages. You're gonna see Political Fact and Reuters, which is funded by the pharmaceutical industry. So they have seen that information, but so they tried to counteract it.
Okay, but back to what I was saying, because I want to be clear, because I don't want any confusion of people. Earlier when I said people, I want to be clear that 91.2 million people have been fully vaccinated in the United States.
But you did say what I told you said, though, right?
I did say people, but I don't want to confuse. But when I'm saying people, I'm talking about.
He might have misspoke. I mean, people misspeak, but you know.
I know, but he tried to act like he didn't say that. I kept telling him.
Okay, but listen,
I'm saying what he meant, though. That's the thing, though. That's the whole.
I don't have no problem clarifying, and if I misspoke, I don't have no problem saying I misspoke at all. That's why I came back on here, because that's the kind of person I am. So 22 million doses have been given of vaccines throughout the United States. Out of those 222 million, it just so happens to be 91.2 million people have been fully vaccinated. And the way that they collect that data, we wouldn't know if that's the single shot Johnson or the double shot of Moderna or Pfizer. But as far as dosages, we do have that number, which is 222 million. And what I'm saying is based on your claim that whoever received these dosage, even if it was double up dosage on some of these people, regardless, the amount of dosage, whoever received a dosage, according to you, is getting a death shot or a sterilization shot.
Well, if you look at the animal trials with the ferrets, 73% of the animals died in 1 year. And this was based on mRNA technology. So we could look at that as something to.
Okay, so so when you say stuff like that, what I would recommend is that next time you come on the show, that the things that you're gonna say, that you're gonna say ahead of time, bring the information. The brother just asked you about the 300% increase due to the vaccines of people having miscarriages, and then the other instance, you telling us to put in the work and download the app, go to the Apple Store or Google Play and download.
You got to understand that there is a lot of money involved in you're talking about. This is United States government that wants people to take this vaccine.
You don't believe misinformation pay a lot of money?
Huh?
You don't believe that misinformation pays a lot of money?
Well, the misinformation from Fauci and Bill Gates and these people, yeah, that's what pays a lot of money. The misinformation from mainstream media.
Okay, so
That
what I want you to do is, at least in the future, not now, but in the future, just bring something that we can actually lay our eyes on, or me.
Well, you can look at 300% jump and increase, and you'll see the Reuters and Political Fact trying to challenge that. But the original source, they took that down. This is a war. We're in a war of information.
These are ghost sources now. Okay, but see, you got to understand. I mean, you
acting like if somebody is trying to carry out an agenda that they will not try to hide the information. When they went to Kemet in a lot of our African cultures, the first thing they did was take the information, burn the books.
Listen, I want you to understand that one of your premises is for us not to believe the establishment, the pharmaceutical.
If y'all was paying attention like I am, you would know everything I'm saying. You would know about how women are having heavier periods. You would know about the miscarriages. You would know about about the Pfizer study in Israel, people in their 20s and 30s having all these heart attacks. See,
but bro, like I said, I'm about to end the show, bro. I want you to come on, like Wu Jawu said. Next time you come on, bring us something that we can just, we can dig into, man, and we can look at together. Because we don't know everything, and I'm not the smartest person in the world.
If it can stay on the internet long enough,
bro, I just want to know the things that you know. So, because if I bring some information, some new information, I'm going to put it up on the screen so we can all go through it and learn together, bro. So, what I mean? We don't want to be. I don't want to be smarter than you, and I don't want you to be smarter than me. All right. We want to be on the equal level. We want to look out for each other. We want to be on the equal playing field here.
I know everything y'all know about this, plus the other side. You see, y'all don't know about this other side of information that exists.
Well, you bring that next time with you, bro. And I just want to say, everybody have a good night tonight. Like I said, a lie will make it halfway around the world before the truth get out of bed and get his pants on. So let's stay up on the real information. Let's get the information from the experts, and please don't be bamboozled